Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, the Tier 9 tank, the Prototipo Standard B. I guess we'll just call it the Standard B because I'm probably not even pronouncing that even close to right. So, I like it. It's autoloader again. Kind of a long load time for only 3 rounds. Unfortunately, the replay you're going to see, I always like to show you my first match. The first match, I lost the replay for it, and I really apologize. This match, damage wasn't really a whole lot better, and my ping completely sucked. I think I've got a program on my computer. I've got what they call a killer network card, and there's a program that when you click on it, it'll start tanks. It disables your Windows key, so you can't bump that, and it shuts down a bunch of stuff in the background. I forgot to click on it. I just clicked on the regular way of starting tanks, and my ping was shit. Oh my god, it was terrible. Till almost, I ended up just kind of trying to snipe, and you'll see in the replay if you watched my ping, it was like 300, 500, 800, 900, 200, 7. It was jumping up and down. It was just god awful bad. I was contemplating not even showing the replay, but I like to show you the first one, and it really nothing special, but and, I really wanted to show you the very first one, but retarded me, I can't find it. I think I deleted because of playing the new, oh, what mode is that? Frontline mode. You get a butt ton of battles in there, so I went through and the recording where it saves it. Once you get so many of those, you want to delete it. I delete mine every day because you start getting up around 300, 400. It can actually slow the game down. So I go into the recordings and delete them nightly. Well, I had played this earlier that day. I went into Frontline, played a bunch of battles, deleted it, and completely forgot to grab the replay off that. So I really apologize. It was nothing special. This replay you're going to watch here is really nothing super special. I mean, I get penned one time by a Super Pershing, which tells you what kind of great armor this has. None. But anyways, let's just go over this real quick. So the gun is nice. Tier 10 gun on a Tier 9 tank. 268. Really high, a high penetrating APCR standard round. How can you go wrong there? I hate heat being the premium round, bumps you up to 330, and I was really surprised when I saw the HE. I'm going to actually add one magazine of HE rounds because it's 105 penetration on an HE round. Holy shit. I think that might be in a tank, a medium tank at that, the highest HE penetrating round in the game. I mean, you got your Death Star. I think the HE round in that is the standard HE round is still like it's only, well, hell, let's look. I want to say it's only around 85. It's not super duper 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 high. I'm looking at it, aren't I? Oh, there it is right there. I forgot it's a special ed tank now. So, standard HE round, 92. In a tank destroyer. And this is a medium tank with a HE round penetration of 105. Flippin' cool. Matter of fact, I'm just going to add one. I guess we'll take it off of that. Oh, did I clicked on standard B. How can you change one round? It's a 3-round. That's weird. Huh. It should go in, like if you have a tank that's an autoloader with 6 rounds, it goes in tier 6, 6, 6. I mean, or if you got 3, it should be 3, 3, 3. Strange. You know, actually, I don't want to carry that many if I don't have to, now that I think about it. So we'll carry 2. And I love APCR. Actually, that's kind of high on the, I hate shooting heat. I really do. I absolutely hate heat shells. They're just shit. Trash shells. Anyways, so great penetration, average damage 360 on your standard and your premium, 440 for your HE. Kind of excited on taking this out for a match and slinging some HE, or, well, slinging a HE shell. Okay, let's go over some other stats. So you can get them over here where you can see them, kinda. Yeah, let's go over the armor. There's none. Your hull is 50, your turret is 60 in the front. Your side is 25 on the hull, and the turret is 55. Everything will overmatch you. Your hull in the rear is 15, and your turret is 55. So literally everything that hits you will easily penetrate you, unless you're being shot at by this player. His name is Tank and Trucker, and if you're in this tank, everything will bounce off it. Oh, anyways, yeah. So, 1,700 hit points. Does that seem kind of... To me, that seems like a little bit mediocre. Let's see. What does this get? 1650. That's a heavy. I'm trying to find mediums here. 17. I guess that is about right. Here, we'll get him over here. So, time for auto-loading one shell. 13 seconds for the first round, 11 seconds for the second, 9 for the third. Turret traverse 35.46, and hull traverse is 56.32. So that saves your butt kind of from getting circle strafe, because the turret is not really that fast. 35 is still... I like to see the magical number for the turret traverse is like 41-ish. 10 degrees of gun depression, great. 20 elevation, great. Total load time from empty is 33.65. Seems kind of long, if you ask me. 3 seconds between each shell and 3 in the magazine. Aim time is 2.21 seconds, not too shabby. Dispersion 0.34, again not too shabby. Average damage per minute 2276. Engine power 750. 34.78 ton tank. And I got somebody sending me a... probably saying, are you going to get in special battles? Well, I want to, but my Wi-Fi is iffy. I might try and get in with them there. I don't know. I would like to. Specific power to weight is 21.56. Is pretty darn good. Top speed 65 23 in reverse. 19 concealment on standing still, 15 on the move, 432 view range, which is really good, and 745, but I also have coded optics there. 745 signal range, pretty standard radio. So if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be back with some gameplay for you. Alrighty, so I'm just going to call it the Standard B, because I don't even want to try chopping up its actual name at Prototipo or some shit like that. We'll just call it the Standard B. So if you look up here, my ping is already at 309 and is blinking red. Had a little bit of an issue with my ping, which I'm beginning to just deal with it. Unfortunately, it can affect your gameplay immensely. So when you see me stop every once in a while, it's because I was going out into the desktop to try and figure out what the hell was going on that was causing my game to lag so bad. It was actually very annoying, because I was watching my ping right here and it's set at 299. I'm like, are you flipping kidding me? So that's why I'm not even moving. I was hoping my ping would drop, and then it finally started dropping a little bit, and then it started going back up. So if you see the tank doing some funky moves, this is not a bot, it's not any goofy program, it's not a cheat mod, it's just my ping. It dropped down, I thought, yay, but then it went right back up. I'm like, son of a bitch. So you'll see me get up here into the trees, and I think what I ended up doing is going out to the desktop, making sure that World of Tanks wasn't doing that, where you can have it do an update in the background, because I've got the practice server, the other server on there that, you know, the test server. So I thought, oh shit, maybe it's downloading something there, and no luck, didn't see anything running, and my ping was still crappy, and you can see the tanks just flipping everywhere. So I think I stopped real quick and I typed something like, is anybody else having shit ping? Or I was checking the desktop or something. Come to find out, the automatic updates was on. I thought I had shut it off a long time ago. Apparently, yeah, anyone else ping shit? I'm just like, you be kidding me. Okay, yeah, come to find out, when I get up to the hill here, it's still kind of crappy, and finally, towards the end of the match, unfortunately towards the end of the match, or mid-end of the match, my ping finally kind of calmed down. Come to find out, like I said, the automatic updates for Windows was on, and I had shut it off a long time ago, and apparently I did an update a couple months back, and it turned itself back on when I did that update. And this really sucks because I'm not doing my team any good. Trying to play when it's, doing this. And I think it calms down for a second. It's still blinking red. You can see that up here where it's green. You'll see it blinking red. Here in a little bit, it finally calms down, and it makes it real hard when you're trying to shoot at stuff. Well, I got pretty lucky there. This thing, the penetration's so good. Standard rounds for, a top tier match like this, the 357 setup is plenty, and you can see that even flipped my eyeballs out. It's like, what the hell? I was trying to keep his track off there. I didn't realize that I was down to my last round there, so I ended up suffering and waiting for a full reload, and it's getting pretty tore up, and I'm wanting assisted damage, so I take a shot, end up knocking his track off, and doing some damage. You can watch my turret, it's just flipping out. My ping's around 300, 400, and it starts going down here finally, but you can tell my turret's twinging left and right. Yeah, try playing when it does that. Here in a minute it finally calms down, but it took like 3/4 of the match before it finally did. I was very surprised I even got some of these shots to hit, let alone, penetrate, considering. And when my ping was doing this, it's still freaking out. I wasn't really concerned about reloading and stuff. I was just concerned about getting damage. I mean, I'm up to 1612, which that's not phenomenal by any means, but you can see my ping finally went down. It's down to 87. Yeah, it's still up a little bit. Yeah, it still bumped up. Back up to 205. I thought I could have swore it went down enough to where I could actually play it pretty good here in a minute. But yeah, we're tearing these guys up pretty bad. And the unfortunate, now this, I couldn't even, it was so bad I couldn't even get my mouse to zoom in. You see how slow it is trying to zoom in? So I just took a shot at that Super Pershing, just hoping to hit something. And this is the kind of armor this has. I wonder where he actually hit me. Let's see if we can see. Doesn't really matter. You hit this thing anywhere, it's going to penetrate it. Yeah, I don't see where he even hit me, to be honest with you. Like I said, this has got absolutely no armor. It's got a hell of a gun, really good penetration, and my ping finally calms down here in a minute. I could have swore it did. Making myself out to be a liar. There we go. It's finally staying green and staying about 80. Nah, it's still kind of blinking red every once in a while. And the last thing you want to do is go trying to throttle in there. I'm like, yay, I hit something. We're up to almost 2,000 damage, and my ping finally, now the ping finally calms down. It's at 70, 80. Even at 100 is not bad, but it's bumping down to about 80 and 70. And, it's definitely playable. Unfortunately, it's towards the end of the match. I mean, I still got 2,300 and 25 damage, so I'm not really bitching too much now that I bitched the whole match. But as you can see, when your ping messes up like that, it can really put a hindrance on how you can play, because you can't really move. If you attempt to move, you might end up pulling out in front of whatever, 3 tanks, and you can't even control the thing to get yourself out of that situation. But I saw artillery and I thought, alrighty, let's just get rid of artillery. A little bit of free damage here. I was real surprised that he disappeared like that when he was lit where he was there. I mean, he thought he would have just stayed lit. And then we got hit by that other M5325, And he didn't even hit me directly. That was a splash for 301. So you can see the armor on this is, you know, it's non-existent. The tier 8's actually got better armor than this does. The gun on this is substantially better than the tier 8. Now, I get a couple shots into this Object 430 in the side, and I think this one actually in the rear, and it bounces, and I get another one right in the side, and it just takes his track off. Like, you gotta be shiznitting me. But for a crappy, I don't want to say, I'm going to say gaming experience because of my ping, I was very surprised I was actually able to do 2,451 damage. I was actually very happy that I was actually able to get that much damage, as bad as you could see that it was playing. So, I mean, there's people in this match that their ping was probably 15 or 20, and they didn't even do... I think we had 3 that did 0 damage, so I wasn't really bitching too bad. So, actually, I think I did third most damage, something like that. Might have been like 3rd. But anyways, so for as bad as my ping was and as shitty as it was running, I was very happy to at least get that much damage out. And it was all standard rounds. We did make credits, so, you know, what's not to like? And we got 2 kills, so yay. Anyways, I really like it. I like it a lot. Love the looks of it. One thing I did forget to do is check the back, because obviously you can see the engine deck goes up, so I imagine when you aim behind you, you're going to lose a lot of your gun depression, obviously because of that the engine deck going up. You know, in the front, it's not, you don't have that problem. Off to the sides, you don't have that problem. But if you got to shoot over your rear, yeah, looking like you're going to go from 10 degrees of gun depression down to about maybe 4, maybe 4. Not much at all, I can tell you that. But I do like it a lot. Got some big old honking diesel exhaust pipes there. Boom. But yeah, I do like it a lot. Looks good. Real fast. Maneuvers really nice. I love the gun. APCR standard round. You know, I love it. I didn't have any HE loaded, but I found out after the fact that, by looking at the stats, the HE shell in this actually has a really high pen, like 105, I think it is, which is probably one of the highest in a medium tank, let alone pretty much any of the tanks in the game. It's not like a 183 caliber gun, so you're not going to do 1,200 damage, but, you know, it'll bump you up from 390 average to like probably 450 or something. So yeah, I like it. Don't like the armor, but love everything else about it. But nowadays in World of Tanks, everybody just slings gold. If they bounce one round on you, everybody else, they just load gold and go through you anyways. So armor really doesn't matter. It's all down to, you know, how well you play and your camouflage, really. So, but yeah, if you can get it, it's worth it. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield. And I'm working towards the tier 10. Hopefully we'll have it here in the next few days. So keep an eye out for a review on that one. You guys take it easy. Bye.